Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light on Wednesday, November 11th. Today's reading is in anticipation of this morning's new moon, which occurs at 9:47 a.m. Pacific time. I'm actually doing this reading for you Tuesday afternoon, the 10th, and you may be able to tell from the quality of light of the video that it's already dark outside. And it's not even 6 o'clock yet. And this is the time of year when energy goes deep within in the northern hemisphere, and we have an opportunity to connect more authentically with the inner realms and our inner truth and our deeper truth. And this is what Scorpio helps us do. So I have here a couple of cards. Before I share the reading, I want to introduce you to two of the cards that help express the potentials and the gifts of this time of year. And the first is the Prince of Cups. To the left, the Prince of Cups is the court card for the month of Scorpio. And he expresses the potential right now to be warriors of our heart. And that means to have confidence and courage and access our inner power from the depths of our own emotional authenticity and our own emotional truth. He helps us access that part of ourself that makes, or he represents that part of ourself that makes decisions that serve us on a deep level and helps us move forward in our lives from this place of authenticity. And that's the gift of this month of Scorpio, and the Scorpio new moon accentuates and amplifies those potentials. So again, making decisions based on your own authentic truth and being able to access that truth and feel confidence and courage and empowerment. The card to the right is the card called Death, and it is the card that represents Scorpio. And for some people, this may bring up a little bit of discomfort, but I want you to know that this is an absolutely life-filled card. It represents metamorphosis and transformation and the power of deep renewal and rebirth that comes when we are able to embrace transformation and release all that holds us back so that we can move forward in the expansion of what is to come, what's new. And so it's a card that celebrates life. And again, it represents power and authenticity. The bones of this figure of Osiris who is dancing on the ocean floor, the bones represent the strength of our inner constitution, our inner truth, which includes lineage and ancestral gifts that we bring forward. So this is a month of going deep and accessing our own truth in preparation for new birth and new life, which comes at the winter solstice. So we're harvesting now, we're composting, we're gathering resources and collecting the truth of who we are in preparation for creating new gifts and new potentials. The astrology chart for this new moon highlights a gift of, a special gift of unearthing treasure and going beneath the surface to find, to discover new opportunities that maybe aren't visible at the surface. And so I asked, knowing that there's this opportunity to uncover hidden truths and hidden potentials and to access new levels of intuitive awareness, I asked for a tarot spread that would help us each realize these potentials in our own lives. So the first card in the center in the position of mind, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight also is a king. He represents the kings in this deck. The Knight of Wands represents you and your capacity now to connect to a new level of mastery of creativity and inner resolve and will and fire and confidence and courage. The Knight of Wands is explosive fire, and he actually is the card for Sagittarius, which is the month we're stepping into. And so it's also an indicator that we're moving forward with momentum that will carry us into the coming weeks. And this is a card that that says that you can now access inner strength and inner vitality and inner inspiration that will fuel you, and that your intuition will be online with knowing your inner truth and being able to move in directions of initiation of new potentials. And there's also the capacity in this moving forward to release what holds you back. And that's a big opportunity with Scorpio. So pay attention now if there are also residual fears or habits or patterns or even physical clutter or unnecessary extra details that can be cleared, because this is an easy time to release whatever doesn't serve you as you move forward. The knight, actually, his armor, you won't be able to see this detail, but if you have this deck, you can look closely. His armor is made of snakeskin, and so it is another indication of the opportunity right now for transformation on a deep level, for renewal, and sort of a mystical, magical quality of connecting with mystic power that you have deep within. All the way to the left in the position of circumstances and the body is the Queen of Cups. So here we have incredible alchemy with the Queen of Cups, which is water, and the Knight of Wands, which is fire, and the alchemy that's available right now for transformation, for you merging new levels of mastery within, and your trust that you can access and release both the hidden potentials and also whatever is holding you back. The Queen, this card is one of the most mysterious in terms of being the figure being hidden, and that's because the Queen of Cups is about connecting with the mysterious inner realms and what's hidden inside. And in the position of circumstances, what this is pointing to in a beautiful way is the astrological chart I mentioned, which says that there's a quality with this new moon of being able to look beneath the surface of things and see what opportunities and what's unseen that in the physical realm, that there are hidden truths just waiting to be revealed. And so the Queen of Cups in this position of circumstances is indicating that you will uncover those truths if you pay attention to your heart and you feel and trust that the intuitive knowingness will be there, and that you can connect within to access this wisdom. It's very quiet, and I'm almost struggling to find the words because there's a quiet, wordless nature to this inner knowing. And she sees the truth of who you are also. So this is seeing the truth of circumstances and also seeing the truth within. So even just visually, if you can see these two beautiful images in a kind of a marriage and know that you have this capacity now to step into your own kind of mastery of alchemy with your life within and without. And then all the way to the right in the position of spirit is the Five of Discs, worry, which is what we are leaving behind. It represents the worry of circumstances. The Five of Discs is the worry of the physical realm. And in the position of spirit, what it's saying is that there's an opportunity now to, with a great deal of support, for you to turn your attention away from circumstances and not so much be attached to what's already happened or what is apparent on the more superficial level, and trust within what you're being guided to do. So to not push against what has already been formed, but trust what is possible and what can come. Worry is often said to be about the past or the future and not the present moment. And both of these mastery cards, the Queen and the Knight, are elements of grounding purely into the moment and finding the confidence and trust and power and alignment that enables you to connect with the highest potentials. So a beautiful spread and so encouraging. And I drew one more card asking if there's any extra advice. And the Two of Wands Dominion will just put right over that Five of Discs worry, and say that the Two of Wands Dominion is another word for dominion I like to think of as self-confidence. It's your ability to experience full empowerment and to come to dynamic balance in the middle of your circumstances within, and then balance without. There's a really interesting aspect of this card, which is there's blue and red, which represents the alchemy of fire and water, which absolutely is also, as we already talked about, shown with the Queen and the Knight. And so again, there's an opportunity here for you to experience a kind of a magic in the coming days of feeling the deeper potentials that are waiting to be revealed, and being able to access those and trust the reality of them. They are more real than what's physical, if you are able to connect at that level. And so I want you to feel I hope that you can feel the helpers who are surrounding you, and your own alignment with self and with source, and the encouragement to trust that alignment and to trust this message of hopefulness and good news and good tidings for the coming month. I wish you well with the Scorpio new moon, and much happiness and blessed treasure hunting as you uncover the hidden mysteries and opportunities in your own life. And this is Elizabeth Shermer with this intuitive reading for the Grids of Light.